Mr. Brooks, what's up, brother?
Amazing.
Good to see you, man.
I'm speechless being on this show.
Oh, take it, brother.
It's great to be here.
No, I appreciate you, man, all the way from Detroit.
Yeah.
How's Detroit life? I've been there once. I do want to go back because there's a big car scene there. And I have it in my head that it's still like in the 50s and 60s when they're like all the big like Ford and Mopar and all that was going on.
Yeah.
And then people are like, it's not like that anymore.
It is not.
Okay, so maybe I should.
It is. But the good thing is I have a lot of coaches that used to work with the old Kronk guys.
Oh, sick.
And one of my coaches, Johnny Glove, he has an upstairs, looks like an old Rocky studio almost
cool.
over a car shop.
Oh, wow.
So
I'd love to see that.
It's like old style Detroit, like the Detroit that I would want to see.
Yeah, that's what I hope it goes back to. I mean,
the city in like Greektown, beautiful. I loved going, downtown and just seeing.
I've had great food
sights.
there too. I remember me and my brother there. We had really good pizza in Detroit.
And Mediterranean food.
Really?
The best Mediterranean food
Really?
you can think of. And go to Dearborn when you go to Detroit, and yeah.
Just don't go in the winter.
Don't go in the winter.
It's awful in the winter.
Yeah.
And then Detroit's kind of popping because the Lions are finally good. Are you a Lions fan?
For a year.
You guys were good though, man.
Yeah, we were good.
It's been so rough
this year, but I'm not a fan of like team sports for some reason. As a kid, I was, but now it's like
different. Yeah,
my mentality is different. I'm not on a team aspect. The people are forming into my team, and I think that's where a lot of and I hate to change subjects.
No, go ahead, brother.
Going to like American Top Team, going to these big teams, you're forming into their team. They're not forming into your team, and you see that when people are doing their fine picking, like with Dustin Poirier, right? Mm-hmm. Dustin Poirier got there right when I got there in 2014. He was already established. All those coaches.
Did you go down to ATT?
I trained there for a whole year. I was at one of their fighter houses.
So you had that experience.
Great experience. Loved American Top Team. But at the same for training partners, but for coaches, they're not going to form onto your team unless you're already established.
Yeah,
right?
And to be fair, like I understand that too, because that's where their money's at, right?
100%.
So it's tough. And then also, anytime there's those huge teams, like I was part of a massive team at Grudge where it was like Shane Carwin, GSP, Rashad, all the boys, Nate Marquardt, but then and we were like a sub team of Greg Jackson's.
Yeah.
But it was tough because there'd be young guys in the camp like myself, and then there's the established guys. And then when the young guys rise up in the ranks, then it becomes this weird dynamic where the vets are like, well, dude, I got a fight coming up. I got mitts over here. So they self-implode.
Exactly.
Like, it's very rare that, like, AK seems to do a good job.
Yeah.
ATT, they've had their issues. But they're great. I mean, one of the best to ever do it. Jackson's had its issues. Like, you won't hear too many teams that are like that, of that scale, that don't have some drama.
Exactly.
Like ATT, the issue with Kayla Harrison and Amanda Nunes. Like Amanda was like, she's getting too much time, or it's like this weird dynamic, dude. So I like what you're doing.
I love Amanda Nunes. I got to work with her and help her with her wrestling when I first started, when I was going over there, and Tisha Torres. So going to that team, though, like I said, it was very hard to find that dynamic as a new guy, even though I was catching eyes every now and then.
I bet.
Especially the first day, I went against Hector Lombard.
Bro, that's my boy. We're in business together with Safety Shot.
If you know Hector, he says things in threes, right? So when he's pissed, at least when he's pissed. So the first time I met Hector, nobody was wrestling him. It was a wrestling day, and that's when Kami was doing the wrestling drills. And he had his shirt off, and he looked so fucking intimidating. Looked like a human thumb.
Have you guys seen him?
If you guys have never seen Hector Lombard, the guy is absolutely
no diddy. Dude, he had yoga pants on when I was in Vancouver walking down the street. It shut the street down. Dude, his ass and legs and the Cuban tail out the front, it shut the street down.
Yeah.
It was, that fucking Cuban sandwich hanging out the front.
He's a scary motherfucker, that's for sure.
Freak.
But when I first met him, I was like, hey, man, can we get some work? And he was just like, yeah. He takes his shirt off, and so I take my shirt off.
Hell yeah, tight
So
move.
I take my shirt off, and then we end up going at it, and we end up doing wrist control for a little bit, going at it, and I super duck him. I don't know if you guys know what a super duck is, but you don't touch him. I didn't even touch him, and he fell over
and they fall,
flat on his face, and then I ended up having my legs like over his legs, and he's really good at ankle locks, so he grabbed my ankle and tried to rip it in half, and all of a sudden Conan, the barbarian Conan comes over, and he's just like, Jared, what the fuck, man? He's like, what are you doing? You're going to die. Yeah. And then after that, we're running around after, and he comes up to me like this, and he just says, you think you could beat me?
You're like, what? Like, no, I was like, dude, working, man.
I was like, dude, look at you. Look at me.
I heard he goes hard in the paint too. Like
every person that I've ever seen spar Hector Lombard, they have gotten great.
Great dude, plays for keeps. Yeah. Great dude, looks great in yoga pants.
Yeah, but
he's savage.
He also does a great job at marketing.
Yeah,
any time that I see Hector, he is marketing.
I mean,
he's a very smart
safety
man.
shot. Like he's the man. He's the man. Yeah, those teams, it's always tough because I remember the first person, because I was involved with a huge team, and when I got to a certain level, I started kind of doing what you're doing now, and I learned it from Vitor Belfort and GSP, where they would be part of those teams for sparring, so they go into sparring, use the bodies and use the really good fighters, but then outside that, it was all about them. It was like an individual thing.
Yeah,
and that was the first time I've seen it.
It's smart to do that, though.
It's smart.
That's why they got so far.
Yeah, it's more of a focus on you. And I think for the viewers and listeners out there and the people in here, you fucks, little respect. You're talking about the greatest high school wrestler to come out of his state. I mean, straight up.
Yeah.
Straight up.
Yeah.
I think that's fair to say.
I went hard in the paint.
Yeah.
I went hard in the paint.
Yeah.
I would say, Austin DeSantos, he gets a lot of credit for my fireman's carry that I showed him, and even the grit and nastiness when we were wrestling over in Iowa. He took my fireman's carry at the end of the day.
Yeah, and you're coming out. What I was reading, were you the number one guy in the nation?
Yeah, I was ranked number one in the nation my senior year.
Number one. God damn it.
Doesn't mean that doesn't mean shit. I didn't get paid for it. I went in to play for keeps, but at the same time I was thinking in a fighter mentality. I was doing that to fight. I've been fighting since I was 13 years old in unsanctioned fights in Indiana.
Damn, bro.
Yeah. So
you're doing some illegal shit in Indiana, like backyards, or
no. It was
assault,
before
brother.
They had sanctioning in the state of Michigan.
Before it got
in the state
regulated?
of Indiana.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah. So my brother was fighting 3 times a night at age 17.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
And
winning belts.
Damn. Yeah. And the whole family, like, where's that come from?
It comes
family
from
dynamics?
Yeah, very, very family dynamic. Most of my family has been in trouble for street fighting.
Hell yeah.
And I've never been in jail. My brother's never been in jail for that. It's because of mixed martial arts and the control that they showed me. And my dad, my brother and I were little demons. He had to control us, and that was the best way that he could. Yeah,
smart. And then I'm sure your family's proud of you now because, I mean, you've had quite the journey, man. And it's still like you've been doing a hot second, but as far as like the professional scene, like you've been with the UFC, which is insane to me they ever released you. That's so wild. We don't have to get into it.
Blessing in disguise.
Dude, yeah, true. Like you're doing better now, went on to become world champ, so joke's on them. And then they could use you now, right? You look at the division. But so you go from UFC, you fought in Risen, now you won championship, you win a world champion at one championship, and then now you're rematching for your belt, right? Or not a rematch, but you get a chance to fight for the belt.
Gustavo is a great Cuban wrestler. He's an Olympian, so I think that he's nothing to be slept on. I mean, the dude's very short, but he packs a punch. He comes through like a Dan Henderson style. My job is to get a 100K bonus. I don't want anything less. I got a lot taken away from me in that last fight, and that was my own fault. But at the same time, I gotta get my family and my daughter that money.
Yeah,
so,
brother.
Doing the things that are proper at all times. Just
it's an exciting fight because with his wrestling background, your wrestling background, he's a heavy puncher.
Yeah,
he's exciting.
He's a heavy puncher, but he's not. He doesn't knock people out. He goes to a lot of unanimous decisions and a lot of split decisions, and he doesn't finish people. That's why it took him so long to get to this point with me.
Yeah.
So I went in 4 fights first year, finished 3 people.
Yeah.
Right? So I deserved my title shot right off of the get.
Agree.
I still think he still needs work. But
we'll find out.
Hey, we'll find out.
He about to find out.
Hey, I think he's a very tough fighter. I think he might be even a tougher fight than Pacquiao just because
I agree.
Just because he
different style, right?
He has a different style. He's going to try to stall to get into better positions. Yeah. So
you also kind of, I guess, burst on the scene for some people that weren't familiar with your Mikey Musumeci match.
Oh, yeah.
Which takes balls jumping to the Mikey because that's all he does. You decide to grapple Mikey.
That
Mikey's
guy
my
is
boy,
a silent
just to be clear.
G
Mikey's
in lasagna.
A savant. Yeah, he's a savant, brother.
Silent
that's my
G.
guy, dude.
Man, that's my guy too. You
man.
know, I think that he is literally a savant, like you said, in the sport of jiu-jitsu.
Yes.
And it's a hell of a thing what he's done in the sport. If people don't know what he's done, I mean, the guy, he's won 4 gi world championships.
Yes, yep. And then look what he's doing, 1 championship.
And there's only been 10 in the whole world in America.
Yeah.
And he's won 4 of them.
And he's fueled off pizza. Like you wouldn't, and he's shredded. And then with jiu-jitsu, you know, it is what it is, and I don't mind it. To each their own.
I've been on the Mikey diet before Mikey Musumeci.
Oh, you're a pizza guy too?
Not even Mikey, or not even pizza. It's more of just fast food. I just eat a shit ton of carbs.
And you just
literally.
What are we talking about here?
Whatever. Oh yeah. Sorry. Whatever.
What are we talking about? Like, what's your go-to fast food?
I love Chinese food. You give me some.
Panda?
You give me some noodles.
We're talking about like Panda
Panda
fast food?
Panda Express.
The orange chicken, dude.
Doesn't matter. You put it in front of my face. I'm a seafood diet. Like, I'm coming from me cutting weight my whole life to not having to cut weight anymore.
Wow,
so
dude.
now I just smash food.
And you just say shredded.
But I do like to fast just so my body can
can
recover and my organs feel good, you know. But besides that, dude,
you'll pull up like a Burger King and everything?
I'll train. All day, bro. Literally all day on that Floyd Mayweather, McDonald's.
There's something with
and
that,
I don't
man.
And I don't get tired. I do not get tired.
Damn, we need to get you a fast food sponsor. One championship needs to work on that for you, brother. Well, I'm looking forward to your fight, man. And then the biggest thing everyone keeps telling me, and you know, I was looking at Instagram. Everyone's like, "Oh, he's a hip hop head. He's a big hip hop head." You wouldn't think that. Like, just look at, you know, to each its own. But you wouldn't think you're a hip hop head. But you're into it.
I come from a place to where it's mostly Merle Haggard and bunch of country stuff. And when I got introduced to Eminem when I was like 5, I started rapping.
Really?
Yeah, I started rapping, and you know, he's my biggest influence. But throughout time, though, you know, not a lot of white rappers really influenced me, to be honest.
It's tough. There's not a ton, because if you go through the list, it's like the Mount Rushmore, right? It's like not even Mount Rushmore, just guys who are white that happen to rap. So you got Eminem, you got Macklemore, depending on how you feel about him. You got Mac Miller.
You got Lil Brow.
You got Little Browse. I don't know if you're familiar with my boy Browse. I brought him here just for you today.
Yeah.
Because I'm a big fan of yours.
I checked him out last night.
Savage.
And a gangster.
Oh, Browse is stupid talented.
Yeah, he's really good.
Yeah, probably this time next year, when we ask him to do stuff like this, he's not going to be able to. I've seen it happen a million times. He will get big and famous and forget about me. That's fine. Not a big deal. That's my own issue. But Browse is stupid talented. His songs have gone viral all over on Spotify. He did the Thick Boy record, did King of the Sting record. He did the Fire and Kid intro song. So
Dope.
He's stupid talented. He won a white rapper contest on King of the Sting. That's how we found him. And I want to see you guys go at it a little bit.
Yeah,
I say go at. I mean,
just
just have fun. It's not like some battle rap.
Yeah, I'm not a battle rapper.
No, yeah.
Except for my opponents, I do diss them before every fight.
Oh yeah, with some lyrics.
I do a diss. Yeah, you guys can check on my Instagram.
You do a diss song.
Yeah, literally a diss song for every fight. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that. I saw one, but you do it for every fight.
I do it for every fight in one championship.
What a treat!
Yeah,
what a treat! What a real treat if they're fighting.
I mean, that's what I want to do. I want to perform in different aspects and be different. I want like everybody can fight. Everybody's seen different kinds of fighters. You've seen Edson Barbosa. You see Tao and Chai. You see Superlek. You see the best strikers in the world.
Yeah.
You see the best wrestlers in the world already. You know, and I mean, don't get me wrong. I do think that I'm the best fighter in the world, but at the same time, I want to be the best entertainer as well.
Oh,
I want to do it in different aspects. I don't want to be a Conor McGregor. I don't want to be a Colby Covington.
Yeah,
I don't want to be those guys. I want to do my own thing, and I feel like hip hop hop is a thing to where fighters want to be hip hop artists and hip hop artists want to be fighters.
Correct.
So
you just don't want Drake betting on you. If he bets on your fight,
I will never
fucked,
have
dude.
Drake bet on me. It'll be Kendrick Lamar all day.
Oh wow! Okay,
Kendrick Lamar all
okay.
day. Not like us.
Yeah, right. Let's do this, man. So I got Browse in studio. We got some beats, dude. Did our thing here. This is a Thick Boy exclusive here. So let's go over there and have some fun.
Let's get it.
All right, boys. This feels like a battle rap here, but we don't have to battle. But who knows what's gonna happen? Browse, he can wrestle his ass off, so I'd be careful with that. I have seen battle raps get physical.
Yeah.
We don't. You never know, dude. Hey, never say never. Apparently, I'm new Carson Daly. Look at me, dude. Look at me doing my thing. Carson, I'm Ryan Seacrest up in this bitch. All right, what do you think, Browse? What's the best way to do this? Just have some fun, play some fire-ass beats?
We got a couple fire beats lined up.
I'm gonna get out of the way. This is one talent I don't have.
Okay.
And so I'm gonna let the professionals take this, and we'll be right back.
Hey, 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 hey. Hit him in a minute when I really want to get him. I be killing him and I ain't even frontin'. All I'm doing is trying to get a little bit of money, like I promised that I never had a little bit of nothing. Thick Boy Studios, this the type of shit that we be on. Chin gave us some words to freestyle on, but he said kimchi. I don't really know what that's about. Oh well, I'm gone. Wait, let me get it back. Let me spit it like some crack. Tight it up rap. Yeah, I'ma get my fit again. Yeah, he from Michigan, I'm from Ohio, that's the Midwest. I get the shit off on my chest like a bench press. Came up in the pulley and I'm pulling with my princess.
Yo, coming out the globe. Next person about to be the Josh Pasio.
Hey.
I don't really know who that guy was before I beat him, and then I fucked him up. Got my shit stuck up at the top.
Hey.
All you other opponents, all you're about to drop. Stop.
Hey, okay.
Better get up out my face.
Hey.
Come through. Copy, paste, erase your face, and then I step up in the cage. Bitch, I'm Mad Max, about to display this rage.
Ooh, okay.
You never know. I thought that was gonna go way south there for a second. You have to warm up though.
I want to rap this, what I wrote on the way
Seems
here.
pretty intricate.
Go ahead.
Hell
Yeah.
If you wrote all that shit.
Yeah.
All right, bro. You killed it over there. We did a little freestyle. It's fun. It's hard to
Yeah,
freestyle.
yeah.
But you said you have some stuff written.
Yeah.
And I think we want to hear that because that's where the bars come into play.
Ooh.
You wrote this on the flight?
Yeah, I wrote this straight on the fly. It took me like 3 hours, but
Okay.
yeah,
All
got
right.
it done.
Let's get it.
Boos. I've been incubating, honing all my skills to defeat the greatest. Work for all the shit, you can keep the favors. Fans want to see me lose for my bad behavior, but see who they choose. 20 minutes later, I know that I talk shit, call out names, but every time I do, I get them, then I beat them, get another W. Probably breaking your hearts, huh? DJ or Balart, huh? Promise that I'll stop them like an automatic park. Spark my race, got a jab and a shitty double leg. Not today or not ever, like Lido out of Wang. People hate, but my fighting style's great. I win fights and I'll speak well at 68. I'll even kill Kakara and sub Minnow Cape. Trying to make a date. Bitch, make my day. Josh is still hiding in the mountains, in the caves. First one was a doozy, second time, let's just say face. Demetrius, I'm serious. I could contend with you, period. I'm aiming for heads of the goats. On top of the mountain, I'm close. 2012 was taking them notes. Now I'm training for taking his throat. Saying he's fast, I make him look slow. He's up in the games, I'm up in the codes. So one and the same, but to me, I'm colder. Casuals say I'm just a poser, but I'll be posing for them cameras when that fight is over.
That was great. That was great. Yeah.
Yeah.
That was fine.
Boos.
All right. Well,
Yeah.
thank you.
Good shit.
Thanks for
Good
coming,
shit.
brother.
Yeah.
Bet you haven't done
Killed it.
interviews we had rap battles before.
No, I have not.
Boys, that was great. Browse, you know I love you. One of the best. The best. Jared, good luck with your fight, my man.
Thank you, brother.
Championship stuff. We're looking forward to it. Jared Brooks, everybody. Thanks for tuning in.